So did you hear about Dr. Seuss? You know, I asked that question like 3 different people at work today. I went up to my boss and I asked him, and he kind of laughed and went, "What?" I asked one of our drivers, and he said, "That's fucked up." And then I asked just one of the random black people at work. And he was just kind of like, that's so dumb. Did you hear about Dr. Seuss? Apparently, Dr. Seuss must be canceled because his stories are too racially charged. And I'm like, what? I don't fucking get it. And we were laughing about it at work today. Me and the black gentleman, because that's, of course, the only important thing about him. Doesn't matter that he's a good guy or a good worker, he's fun to hang out with, or whatever else. None of that matters. He's black, and that's it. That's all that matters. So, we were laughing about it, and I'm like, you think maybe it's green eggs and ham? Because he didn't want to eat them for some fucking arbitrary-ass colored reason? And he laughed and he goes, that might be it. And I'm like, but at the end of the book, though, he eats the green eggs and like he gets over it and rises above to be able to see beneath the greenness of the eggs to the wonderful flavor therein. And he's like, yeah, it's kind of a progressive story. And I'm like, yeah, right? It should be bringing us all together. Green eggs and ham. 1 fish, 2 fish. Red fish, blue fish. Maybe it's the red fish and blue fish. It's racism to point out the differences between different colored fish. But it got me thinking. I don't know. That happened this morning, and then I came home, and for some reason, I don't know. I've been interested in wanting to see Wonder Woman 1984, and I watched a review of it, and I am no longer interested in watching Wonder Woman 1984. Nor am I interested in watching Birds of Prey, nor am I interested in watching a couple of other movies that I actually was quite interested at a point in watching. And I'm just like, how the fuck, like, you know, the super wealthy, right? Like the 4th, 5th generation wealthy people. You know what I mean? Where there have been generations of wealth that has just gone through the family. And, you know, this person was born to wealth, raised in wealth. His parents were born to wealth, raised in wealth. His grandparents were born in wealth, raised in wealth. Nobody in his, you know, direct family has ever had any real trial. You know what I mean? Has never really had to suffer or anything like that. And those people, when they're out of touch, you kind of go, makes sense. Why the fuck would they be in touch? They're in a totally different reality than we are. Back when that was how you did that sort of thing, instead of just saying, well, I just believe this now, and then that becomes a reality. Whatever. So, it was one thing when people like that, I mean, when the Kardashians do or say something that's out of touch, you go, it's Kim Kardashian. Gives a fuck what she thinks. Of course, she's out of touch. Right? Like, that kind of shit isn't surprising. But so often these days, it's like, so many people are now just out of touch. And they're not really that type of people. It's just now, in the world now, for some odd reason, it just seems like as soon as you become rich or famous, you just instantly lose touch with everything else in the fucking world. And I don't get it. And it's like, people that are just out of touch with everyone else, and now they're like making movies, writing books, making TV shows, and it's like, but isn't there somebody who's supposed to go, this is shit. Like, I see what you're doing here, but do you notice that it's kind of shit? And then the people out of touch go, it's not shit. It's amazingly good. I wrote it. It's great. And then somebody that goes, no, this is shit. I goes, really, really? I'm not saying this to just be insulting to you or anything like that. It's like objectively shit. We're not going to put this on our air because this is shit. This is really shit. And then they put out a trailer for it. All right, fine. You know, you think it's amazing. I think it's shit. But, you know, the company that fucking releases these things, they're going with you, right? And then they put out the trailer, and people watch the trailer and go, that looks like shit. And they go, no, this is great. You gotta watch the whole movie. And everybody goes, I don't know, man, from the trailer, looks like shit. And that's what the other person said, and he's wrong too. You just have to wait until you see it. Then the movie comes out, and everybody goes, man, you were right. We really did need to wait until we saw it to really realize the totality of how shit it actually is. This is shit. And they go, well, you're just misogynist. No, it's shit, you out of touch motherfucker. Yet they keep doing it. Over and over and over again. They keep following the same out of touch formula to make the same out of touch entertainment, which then everybody goes, this is shit. We have nothing but shit to watch now. Like, and we can't, there can't be anything good, because somebody's going to have a problem with it. Right? Because things that are good, they're good because they get you in that way, one way or another, right? It's good because it's ultra violent, and that's what, you know, makes it good, because that's what it is. But we can't have ultra violent stuff because, you know, anybody that's having ultra violence put upon them, well, that's just like racism or sexism or whatever. It's movie sexism, movie racism. People are just out of touch, and I don't get it. I don't like, how does it happen to such a degree to where now I'm like looking at movies like, I think I kind of want to see this, and then I watch anything on it and I'm like, I don't want to see it anymore. Everything sucks. Like, everything sucks. Like, it was one thing when we had nothing new. Alright, fine, we're going to get another type of movie like this. We're going to get another one of these movies. We're going to get another one of these movies. Alright, fine, we got to watch another Judge Dredd movie. And then Dredd came out and it was fucking awesome. And I was like, well, shit, it's a remake, but fuck, it's really good. So I can deal with that. I can deal with really good remakes. If you have to just remake the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, alright, fine. But fuck, at least make it good. Now it's like, okay, well, now we're going to try and come up with new stuff. It sucks. It sucks so bad. No wonder people are frustrated as hell. Everybody's frustrated and angry and doing nothing but watching politics, because politics is the only source of entertainment right now. And there's no release, because we're not allowed to have a release. Right? We can't have racially charged humor or cartoon books, because that'll make somebody racially upset. So 99.9% of the world doesn't get to have that kind of release where, alright, we're different, let's laugh about it, as opposed to killing each other over it. Right? We can't have that anymore, because that's making fun. And it's bad to make fun because 0.1% of the population might be upset. Like, I love the Chappelle Show. I really love the Chappelle Show. It was funny to watch him make fun of white people. It was funny to watch him make fun of black people. It was funny to watch him make fun of Asian people. It was just funny to watch him make fun of people. We're all goofy in our own little ways. Like, that was kind of the point of the whole show. We're all goofy in our own little ways. And sometimes the things we think are of utmost importance are just kind of worthless, stupid shit. That was like the point of the show. And it highlighted it beautifully. And I thought it brought a lot of people together. Apparently I was wrong. Imagine my surprise when you had white people and black people walking around going, I'm rich, bitch, and fucking, right? Or I'm Rick James, bitch, and fucking, and everybody had that, you know, like there was a unity moment. You had white people and black people coming together under the same line to have the same laugh at the same thing. Togetherness. But somebody saw it and went, I think that's offensive. And instead of everybody going, well, I don't give a fuck what you think, I think it's funny, somebody somewhere said, oh no, a person's upset. And now it's all gotta go away. All gotta go. No. Some really fucking weird person read Horton Hears a Fucking Who, and they caught some sort of dog whistle that's a dog whistle in 2021, but wasn't a dog whistle in 1960 whatever the fuck that book was written. Now, because it's modern day, I am offended. Who gives a fuck about you and your being offended? Who cares? We need to start saying that more often. I'm offended. So? Grow up! Like, and it's retarded that I'm saying grow up because somebody was racially offended by Dr. Seuss. But good Christ. Like, these motherfuckers can find something in everything to just be angry about. So what are we going to wind up, if we can't have Dr. Seuss, at this point, we have to ask the question. If we can't have Dr. Seuss because he's racially offensive, what in the fuck can we have?